Marquis of Zhejiang chuckled upon hearing this. All right, all according to Brother Luo. His wishes. He also secretly marveled that Brother Luo, his close circle included merely an old servant and a disciple, which allowed him to act without much concern. How enviable indeed. Fortunately, such a pinnacle being of the primal chaos realm was his friend. Haiyang City shall belong to Brother Luo He, but I still need to report to the monarch, said Marquis of Zhejiang. Mainly because the 5 great families originally managing the city owner's mansion need some arrangements. Then I'll leave the trouble to Marquis of Zhejiang, Luo Feng nodded. During their conversation, they decided the fate of all parties in Haiyang City. Within Haiyang City, the Hachidao sect was now anxious and fearful. Marquis Liu Yin has retreated. What shall we do? The master of the Hachidao sect, the 18 elders, and Qiyu were all somewhat distraught. For now, their lives were at the mercy of Marquis of Zhejiang's side. What can we do? With Great Saint Luo He and Marquis of Zhejiang both in the city, we have no power to resist and can only accept whatever comes. Considering the elders, they should spare our lives. As for the treasures, they are likely to be seized. They too were discussing this. Suddenly, a wave of the void swept across the entire Hachidao sect's territory. All the eternal true gods of the Hachidao sect were powerless to resist and were all transported by the void. Where is this? Have we been captured? When they looked around, they discovered they had appeared inside a vast prison. The master of the Hachidao sect and others were well aware that they had been easily captured, and since it involved a void transport, it surely was Marquis of Zhejiang himself who had made a move. In the prison, one of Marquis of Zhejiang's trusted aides commanders, Zhong Yuyu, stood with a group of subordinates, coldly observing the massive assembly of thousands of eternal true gods beside him, with Morosa and Moyukinyan standing by his side. By the order of City Lord Luo He, investigate the crimes of Hachidao sect for plundering Haiyang City and slaughtering the citizens of Haiyang, said Zhong Yuyu. Upon these words, the multitude of eternal true gods from the Hachidao sect trembled. An investigation into the looting and slaughtering. Elders, we've been captured alive by Great Saint Luo He and Marquis of Zhejiang, yet they still want to investigate our plundering and slaughters. What are we to do? Simultaneously, the master of the Hachidao sect contacted the 2 elders from the primal chaos realm. Endure. Now my Hachidao sect cannot provoke Great Saint Luo He. The responses from the 2 elders were one brief and another slightly explanatory. Just let them kill us. The master of the Hachidao sect continued to inquire. Were the 2 elders simply watching with their eyes open? One elder cut off the communication outright. It depends on whether Great Saint Luo He is merciful, another elder responded and also cut off the communication. The 2 primal chaos realm elders were already weary. Previously, it was because of the disciples of the Hachidao sect acting recklessly for a long time, which accidentally led to the death of a descendant of the Great Saint Zhu Yuan, provoking his wrath and resulting in the death of one elder while the other 2 fled for their lives. The Great Saint Zhu Yuan, at least, still had many scruples in his actions. This Great Saint Luo He, capable of repressing Marquis Liu Yin and with fewer attachments, if provoked further, the 2 elders might have to die again. Elder. No matter how the master of the Hachidao sect tried to communicate, both elders had cut off their communication. By the order of City Lord Luo He, since the Hachidao sect commanded the looting and slaughtering, the entire sect no longer needs to exist and shall be disbanded. Zhong Yuyu said, those Hachidao sect disciples who engaged in looting and slaughtering are to be executed without mercy. The thousands of eternal true gods present all trembled in fear. The sect is no more to fight to kill. Those who were only ordered to loot and did not participate in slaughtering might be dealt with less severely. Zhong Yuyu added, deal with less severely. Many eternal true gods breathed a sigh of relief. The ones who truly committed ruthless slaughters were only a minority. The Hachidao sect has 2 elders in the primal chaos realm. Dare you kill us? Both Great Saint Luo He and Marquis of Zhejiang are from the primal chaos realm. Don't bully the weak. Instantly, many of the eternal true gods who had participated in the slaughters became frantic and hysterical. However, under the formation of the city owner's mansion, they were easily restrained, making them unable to speak. With Luo Feng and Marquis of Zhejiang presiding over the city owner's mansion, How could the eternal true gods of the Hachidar sect resist? My city owner's mansion monitors the entire city, and many scenes of looting and slaughtering were recorded at the time. Moreover, the Hachidar sect itself also recorded the events of looting and slaughtering at that time. John Yu spoke with Morosa beside him. Any participant in the slaughters will not escape, and similarly, no eternal true god will be killed by mistake. Our master is still very merciful. Morosa indifferently observed the group of eternal true gods from the Hachidar sect. Great Saint Luo. He is merciful. Those who enjoy slaughtering deserve to be killed. Those weak citizens had absolutely no power to resist. There was no need for slaughtering. It's just some disciples recklessly causing disasters, dragging us down. Still, Great Saint Luo. He is merciful, sparing us. Those eternal true gods of the Hachidar sect who survived were singing praises. What does the sect matter as long as you are alive? The sect was already decaying and splitting. It seems better now to be completely extinguished. Royal capital of the Yu Kingdom, in the cave mansion of Her Royal Highness the Princess Yashui Cheonyu. What? Yashui Cheonyu had received detailed intelligence on the battle in Hyang City. Suddenly, a pinnacle of primal chaos realm existence had risen, which might seem insignificant in the two ancient countries, but in the second and third tier border nations, it was a significant event. Customers who had long-term intelligence subscriptions with the Flamewind Association's Dark Hall received the news immediately. Brother Luo. He is actually a pinnacle of primal chaos realm existence hiding in Hyang City. Yashui Cheonyu could hardly believe it. As the daughter of the monarch of Yu country, she held a high position and was well informed. She knew very well what a pinnacle of primal chaos realm existence meant. In the border nations, such an existence could already decide some of the order within the country. Even the imperial clansmen of the two ancient countries had to restrain themselves in front of such entities. Summon the Black Butcher and Suozi here, Yashui Cheonyu instructed. Yes, replied an attendant from outside the hall. Soon, the Black Butcher arrived with his disciple Suozi, both behaving respectfully. Their days had indeed been much more comfortable since they came to the royal capital. Your Highness, the Black Butcher and Suozi greeted respectfully. Suozi looked slightly confused, as he was merely a disciple of the Black Butcher and normally had no right to meet Her Royal Highness the Princess. I just received some news today, Yashui Cheonyu said, smiling at them. Marquis Liu Yin made a move personally in Hyang City. The Black Butcher and Suozi were shocked. He really made a move. Though he intervened and defeated Marquis Liu Yin, Yashui Cheonyu continued, smiling as she observed the astonishment of the Black Butcher and Suozi. She had been equally shocked when she first received the news. This, the Black Butcher and Suozi could hardly believe. The true identity of Luo. He is actually that of a pinnacle of primal chaos realm existence who was hiding in Hyang City, Yashui Cheonyu revealed. The days he spent in hiding there, you two were able to make his acquaintance. Consider it a twist of fate on your part. You may leave now, commanded Yashui Cheonyu. Yes. The Black Butcher and Suozi left respectfully. Yashui Cheonyu watched their retreating figures. They might be of great use in the future. Flamewind Pavilion. Emperor Chiyu and Luo Feng sat down, with the deputy pavilion master accompanying them on the side. Brother Luo you really had me fooled, Emperor Chiyu laughed. I thought you were truly an eternal true god. I'd been hiding in Hyang City, immersed in the study of body refinement techniques, Luo Feng explained. Having Morosa with him meant he had to act somewhat normally. Proactively admitting to being a reclusive pinnacle of primal chaos realm was the best excuse. The outside world might suspect that he was a reincarnated powerhouse. Such suspicions didn't matter in the least. Since you've been a primal chaos cultivator for a while now, and I've also made the breakthrough into primal chaos realm, Emperor Chiyu said, then we can prepare to return to Flamewind ancient country. I can leave at any time, Luo Feng said. Precisely because he possessed extensive intelligence from both the mountain-sitting guest lineage and the Duandong River lineage, Luo Feng was very curious about the Flamewind ancient country and indeed wanted to experience it for himself. Moreover, the primordial ancestor was also in the Flamewind ancient country, and he had told him he'd meet up there. You should know that the true powerhouses of the land of origin are mostly in the two ancient countries, Emperor Chiyu stated. For instance, in the cultivation of primal chaos realm, Reaching the pinnacle in the border nations usually means no further advancement. But in the two ancient countries, there are stronger and special legacies, making it possible for those in the primal chaos realm to possess the strength of ordinary godly kings. Such power is considered the limit of the primal chaos realm by our two ancient countries, often referred to as transcendence of primal chaos realm Tyre, Emperor Chiu explained. And the cultivation at the godly king tier, we two ancient countries far surpass any other nation. Like the monarch of Yu Kingdom, the master of the Shai Kingdom, and other powerful god kings who established second-tier nations, nearly all are ministers of the two ancient countries. Emperor Chiu said, throughout the land of origin, apart from the indigenous people, all other powers choose to ally with one of the two ancient countries. Luo Feng nodded. He knew this. The border nations of the land of origin must choose a side to support. Only the first-tier national powers could interact with both ancient nations. Yu Kingdom, Shai Kingdom, each had only the flame-wined pavilion within their territories. In the entire land of origin, it's actually the two ancient countries that make the rules, Emperor Chiu stated. All other powerhouses revolved around them. The territories occupied by the two ancient countries are also at the center of the land of origin, and all of the most precious resources of the land of origin are in the hands of the two ancient countries, Emperor Chiu said, looking at Luo Feng. Likewise, the competition within the ancient countries is very fierce. In my flame-wined ancient country, there are many internal factions. The imperial 13 branches, disciples under the emperor, disciples under the minister god kings, and free cultivators like yourself, Brother Luohi. The internal competition is extremely fierce, Emperor Chiu stated. There are so many precious resources, but many competitors. Ultimately, the strong get stronger, and the weak become resource deprived. Emperor Chiu looked at Luo Feng. Upon my return to the ancient country, I will need your help. Of course, I will also help you in return. Understood. I've long heard that the two ancient countries are filled with formidable figures and fierce competition, Luo Feng said. Seeking revenge for his master, the mountain-sitting guest, was not an easy task. Even when 3 masters of the Shai Kingdom joined forces, his master, the mountain-sitting guest, was still able to escape. Obviously, at the godly king tier, completely defeating a godly king is very difficult. For himself to be able to kill the 3 masters of the Shai Kingdom, he must far surpass them. To grow to that level, he currently lacked even a suitable legacy. The best course of action was to go to the flame-wined ancient country. Competition. He had never been afraid of competition. Apart from internal competition, there's also the conflict with the Thunder Ancient Country, Emperor Chiu said. The border conflicts between Flame-Wined Ancient Country and Thunder Ancient Country have never stopped. Minor conflicts involve battles at the primal chaos realm level. Major conflicts, that's when the godly kings intervene. I've heard of it, Luo Feng grinned, his fighting spirit soaring within. Warfare. A primal chaos realm perfect divine body with the 5 great transformations technique fused within, afraid of warfare. Good. Emperor Chiu looked at Luo Feng's confident demeanor, feeling even more gratified. Frankly, he was somewhat worried about the future since he was a newly advanced breakthrough and his strength was relatively weak. In the early stages of growth, he really needed assistance from the ministers. Soon, Flame-Wined Pavilion will have a new pavilion master arrive. Once the affairs are handed over, we can return. Emperor Chiu also looked forward with anticipation.